Can you win in Marvel Snap using only 2 cost cards? We did the 1 cost, it actually went really, really well. So now it's time to try the 2 cost challenge, and I actually think that this one might be tougher. While on average these cards are obviously quite a bit better, there's a bit more kind of specialized functionality in the 2 cost. A lot of these are like tech cards or scaling cards or things like that. So I think this is going to actually be quite tough. This is what I came up with. We'll scroll into the 2s just in case you guys want to see any of the other 2 options that were there. Widow I considered, but it just felt too weak. Part of me really wanted to find a way to figure out how to do like a Bucky Carnage situation. Just because that was a pretty nice way of getting a lot of power onto the board. But wound up just not being enough. Armor is another really good option that I could include. I don't know what I'd really cut for it. I feel like Goose is kind of really made for this. Actually, Daredevil could probably go in favor of armor. Maybe we do that right now. I'm not running Maria Hill just because, similar to the last challenge, a little bit too easy to guarantee you hit that. Other than that, you could try and go for like a Colleen Wing Swarm scenario. Could also go for Mysterio with Bucky and Carnage, but I feel like that was a little bit too all reliant on drawing just that combo. Medusa is okay as well. Not great, but okay. Cable I also didn't run because it's just a guaranteed draw of your opponent's card, and that did not feel super fair. Also could go for Luke Cage Hazmat, but without the means to multiply it, did not feel quite strong enough. So you can see there's a lot of options. I could toss in multiple man since I'm running Cloak, and maybe that still is a good option, but I decided not to do that. I don't know, this was a particularly tough one for me. And I'm still not super confident in it, but I think we will make that Daredevil for armor swap while we're here. And I think we will just rock and roll with the rest. Let's hop on to the first game. All right, we've matched up with Ohad Yair. I think that's an O. All right, if they're going for a destroy deck, we can completely shut down 2 lanes. So we have that going for us. I think going double Goose will actually help us quite a bit. Oh! I think next turn is going to be double Scorpion for sure. So now that this is completely locked down, advantage in this game goes to whomever has the most 3 costs or less. Which you may say, oh, like, you got this no problem. But if they're playing like a Silver Surfer deck, because Goose is running a lot of Silver Surfer decks, I still think they have a pretty huge advantage, especially like double Maximus, double Surfer alone is probably enough to beat most of our lanes. I have to say my Goose is definitely cooler though. 100%. We win that Goose fight. And this does look like a Surfer deck. Unfortunately. I don't think we're winning this. It's definitely a Surfer deck. Unless maybe somehow they don't draw Surfer. I think that's our only way. Normally I would put Lizard on the Sinister London, but like there's no way they don't fill up these lanes. Wish there was a way, but there is not. Like, Mojo would have been good earlier to get here and try and fill up 2 lanes with Mojo. But here they're going to get plus 12, so going up to 23. We're not beating 23, even if we get 8 here. What if I do that? That'll get me probably 5 here, 5 here. My problem is whatever they copy is going over here, so they're going to win this lane no matter what. We're going to lose, but we'll play it out. And they did have the Surfer. That was our only hope, is if they didn't draw it. We actually put up a good fight, too. If they didn't have double Surfer, I think we actually won all 3 lanes. So that's not bad at all. I mean, like I said, if it was a Surfer deck, we had a massive disadvantage. We just had to hope that they didn't draw it, and unfortunately they did draw it. But yeah, let's hop on into the next one. So the 2-cost challenge is going considerably worse than the 1-cost so far. Raise your hand if you had that on your bingo card, or an expectation. Maybe I should just go all in on the Carnage for the high roll purposes, versus trying to go for consistency. Let's definitely just go for Scorpion. Yeah, so the rocks are like really bad. Our decks are already weaker than most other decks on average, so if we're not guaranteeing flooding the board, we're not in good shape. Cosmo, okay. I don't think I really want to like fight that Cosmo though, or do I? I could like Craven's Mojo to try and sneak that out. I think that's just too risky. So I think we'll go Craven and Armor. Because the max we could have put there was 5. Yep, we definitely would have lost that. So that was a good call. And we're still drawing rocks. Looks like Surfer, Sarah, where 7 power is not going to be enough to win this lane, but they may stack this lane. So let's see if we can try and steal a win with Mojo. Odds are we do not, because they could just go Brood, any 3-drop plus Surfer, and they win. Or they're not doing that. Okay. Wow. We won. Okay, we got a win in. I will take it. Let's try and get one more win. All right. We've got another matchup with Deuce. I don't like when we're drawing extra cards, because like I'm not good enough to compete with that with this deck. We need less resources. Let's go for a Koye. I need all the extra power I can get. I'm also going to Scorpion. try and block any future Wongs. This is not great, though. I mean, Lizard is great, especially with Isle of Silence. Okay. Let's do that, into this, into that. And that should be our best chance. Although Surfer still probably beats us. We're getting all of the Silver Surfer today. Just all of it. Let's get another one. Alrighty, we're gonna try again. We still only have the one win. We're just completely locked out of the lane. Not ideal. And what do you do about that? I think this is an instant loss. Now, if only I could actually play a card to this, like this lane or something, that'd be pretty sweet. There truly is just not an answer. I know that gets answered by Cosmo, but I'm just trying to see what we can do here. I think, unironically, our play is to hope for Mojo and go 4 Mojos there. I actually think that's our play. Which means we're not going to draw him, but I think that's our only way of winning. 32 power could beat Bar Sinister. It's not a guarantee, but it's like the only thing we have that goes toe-to-toe with that location. Honestly, even a non-weakened Cloak would have won that location. You get a retreat? I'm counting that as a win. That's 2 wins. I am taking that. Alright guys, can you win with a 2-cost deck? Not really. I mean, you can, but not really. Honestly, the 1-cost deck is a lot better. I don't know if I'm going to do 3 costs. I feel like it's going to be too easy with Silver Surfer, but let me know if you guys want to see 3 costs, or let me know what other kind of deck challenges you want to see down below in the comment section. Consider subscribing if you're new to the channel. I'm going to see you guys next time. Peace.